Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's time for another Breakfast with Blaha. And today I'm having steak and Asian vegetables. Let's talk about let's talk about accessory work a little bit and understanding that accessory work is really one of the biggest secrets to making any of these proven training systems work. Right? It really is. And again, it doesn't matter whether you're talking conjugate, whether you're talking 531. Usually two systems I think people should stick towards, or close variations of them. But at the end of the day, yes, I know people who've made progress on these systems using almost no accessory work, and I'm not saying it can't happen, I'm saying it's not optimal. I've known people who literally do conjugate and they do one or two exercises afterwards. And they don't make them complex either. It's stuff like, yeah, I did some rows or some pull-ups on upper day, maybe some dips, close grip benching, right? A lower body day, like, yeah, I did good mornings and some leg presses. I know guys who've done stuff like this, and they still got results. But they put 100% effort into the primary lifts. And if you look at that, they still chose their accessories carefully. What do we mean? These are people who said, I don't have time to train. I don't have a lot of training time. I want to get as big and strong as I can. I got to get in and out of the gym fast. I don't have the recovery, got a busy lifestyle, don't have the training time, but I got to get my sessions in. And they've done stuff like that. You know what? It would actually work. Are you going to get anywhere near your potential? No. Can you get decently big and strong? Yeah, pretty quickly still, even though it's quite minimal. But they're intelligently chosen. Why? Rows or pull-ups, or working the upper back, maybe some close grip benching or dips. Pecs, triceps, right? To go with all the max benching and the speed benching. Same thing, they hit a max squat or deadlift variation, and then they came in and did what? Some good mornings, leg press. Well, did they work everything? Yeah. And you build a lower body off good mornings and leg presses alone, you bet you can. So if you could do that and build decent some muscle, and you're adding it on top of conjugate, of course it's going to work. Of course it's going to work. It's not going to be as fast or as effective. Same thing with 531. Same thing with 531. There are people who do the boring but big and throw in some pull-ups. It can be done. I think you're going to get overuse and less results than possible, right? Well, probably not overuse, not for a very, very, very long time. Or people who come in and they just do the thing and do a couple accessories, right? They just hit their 531 sets. They don't even do it boring but big. Well, they could do that and do something very similar. Or they could do something similar to what I just described on the conjugate. They'll get some results. They'll get bigger and stronger, unless they're really advanced, right? So, what do I mean by the rest? Optimizing your accessories. And this is quite frankly where coaching comes in. And I'm not saying coaching is all just programming, because it's not. I spend a lot of time with fatigue management with my clients, spend a lot of time with psychology. We spend a lot of time with different clients on form coaching, particularly conjugate in the speed work. Like getting people's speed work down takes a lot. That is not easy. It's not easy to get it where you want it, right? Not easy at all for some people. So getting all that dialed in there, that's part of coaching. But the finer part of coaching is picking the amount of supplemental lifts that people need, picking appropriate supplemental lifts, knowing when to change them. Because these systems are all workable in their base. They're good programming, right? You take any basic conjugate template, or you take the base 531 template, any of these, they're good programming on your basic lifts. It's good programming. You really can't go wrong with there. Because good, proven, effective programming. It's well thought out. Your supplemental work, though, is where we really get thicker. This is where we get big. And this is where it matters. This is where you have to put a lot of time in and you have to go, well, how much work can I recover from? Right? I'm going to quit saying right so much in this. I don't know why I'm doing that today. But it's saying how much volume can I really recover from realistically? Do we need to consider our exercise selection and recovery, or can we just go all out? In other words, can we do rep work on squats and deadlifts? Or do we need to stick to purely other stuff? And if we can, how much can we handle? What if we need more volume? What if we're really trying to optimize things? What exercises do we put behind that are easy to recover from? How much can we handle of those? Okay, so we've got the issue of, can we maximize hypertrophy? That takes some coaching knowledge. That's tricky. Like if you're saying, hey, I want to get as much as possible without breaking, without reaching a serious overreach condition, no overtraining, but you want to maximize hypertrophy. That kind of takes a trained eye. But you can do less if you're not as worried about that. Kind of comes back over to that video I made the other day. If you could do 4 exercises, you could do 3 exercises and do 3 sets. But picking them carefully. Picking them carefully is what matters. What lifts do you need? What lifts are going to give you the most stimulus? All right, so let's say you don't have as much gym training time or as much recovery. You've got to look at these things and say, which movements are going to really give me the most hypertrophy, where I need it. When the volume starts going up trying to maximize hypertrophy, we care about the recovery of those lifts a lot. If we're doing less, we don't care about it as much, to be quite frank. We just care about how much can we stimulate. So are you picking the best lifts? And usually they need to be all big movements. Like if you're going to bring volumes down like that, you shouldn't be doing single joint exercise. So just be honest with you, you shouldn't. It's a waste of your training. Especially people who are like, I can't spend that much time in the gym. You don't need to be doing a bunch of laterals and curls. You need to be doing chin-ups. You could be doing some cleans, some snatch grip high pulls if you need delts. Or you could just say, hey, I don't even need any delt work because I'm getting enough for them to grow in proportion. People forget that too. You're benching, overhead pressing, rowing, deadlifting. Your shoulders are getting a lot of work. But that's really what it comes down to, picking your accessory work. That is the biggest part of these things when you're running these templates. That's the most important part, in addition to executing the main templates correctly. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.